Hey there, it's Instant Pot Week, and as promised, today we're going to be making my delicious, famous, super quick, and as healthy as mac and cheese can be, Instant Pot mac and cheese. I'm Lainey Stump, and I love to help the people in my life look better, feel better, have more energy by making better choices in the food they eat and the products that they use. And so we have been talking about how to use the Instant Pot, how to get this fantastic machine out of its box, out of the garage, and working for you and making your life easier. Now, my kids, like most kids, love mac and cheese, but most of it is filled with stuff that we'd probably all be better off not eating. So this is about as healthy as a recipe as you can get. To make it healthier, you'd have to substitute cauliflower, and my kids aren't going for that, at least not on a regular basis. And sometimes, I gotta be honest, I crave mac and cheese too. There's something about it. It's just like the ultimate comfort food, right? So we're starting off with 3 cups of water in your pot. Now, because earlier today, I cooked a bunch of chicken breasts in my pot, so this is actually chicken broth. Don't tell my kids, they probably won't like it if they knew. But they won't be able to tell if they don't. So, so when you cook your chicken breasts, just to like freeze to have meat for later on, I just put probably a cup of water in there, and I end up with about 3-4 cups of chicken broth. And it's a fantastic base for soups, or rice or quinoa, which we'll be talking about tomorrow. So I'm gonna use Dreamfields pasta. I use Dreamfields because it has a lessened effect on your blood sugar. There's more fiber in it. They used to claim that it was carb conscious, but people took them to court. So, and said it's not really low carb, but you have to decide for yourself. But I've been able to eat this a couple times a month without it having an adverse effect on my weight. That being said, keep it to once or twice a month. And also, this is not a main dish meal. There's not really enough protein in this whole meal to, in one serving of this mac and cheese, to be the protein for your meal. This is a side dish, and so I'll be having some cooked chicken on the side, as well as I like to steam up some broccoli and mix it in with my mac and cheese. So we're gonna put a whole box of Dreamfield pasta in there. This feeds all of us that are usually home for lunch, which would be like 8 of us generally. And sometimes we even have leftovers, which then my son eats as soon as he gets home from school. So anyway, it makes a decent amount. So, and then 2 tablespoons of butter and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Taste it before you serve it. See if you like it a little saltier. That usually does it for us. Then you'll put it in. Make sure your sealing lever deal is towards the back. You'll go to manual, and all you need is 2 minutes. And that is step 1 of the mac and cheese. All right. Part 2. So it took probably about 8 minutes for this to go ahead and cook and then shut off. But the benefit is I wasn't having to mind the stove. I wasn't having to worry about it boiling over. It just did its thing, and I actually heated up the rest of our lunch while it was doing that. Now I need to release the pressure. Because this is pasta, which is a little starchy, it can create a big mess when you release the pressure. If you're just cooking chicken or something like that, it's fine. It's just steam. But so what I do is I throw a towel on the release valve and I hit the button forward. And it'll probably go for like 2-3 minutes, hissing and sputtering, but it's gonna sound like this. And it'll just start coming out. And when it stops, the little pressure indicator valve will drop and I can open the lid. And then we'll mix in the rest of our ingredients. All right, so that took probably about 1.5 minutes. I'd never timed it before. So it's pretty quick. So this is hot and now needs to be washed because it's full of goo. Anyway, so your pasta is in here and it's all cooked. All we need to do is just add a few things to the pot. So you need a cup of milk. For my choice to keep it as low carb as possible, I use mostly almond milk. Probably, and I just eyeball it. 3/4 of a cup of almond milk-ish. And then I throw in some half and half. And then some heavy whipping cream just to give it a little bit of richness, but I don't want to overdo the fat. And dump that in. Some shakes of pepper. I will probably pepper mine more later because I like my mac and cheese peppery, but the children are kind of meh. And then 2 cups of any shredded cheese that you like. This just happens to be cheddar, and this is how I measure. 1, 2. Then you just stir it up, and the heat from the liquid that's in there melts the cheese. It seems a little thin at first. Just let it sit for a minute while you're calling everyone to the table, and it thickens up as the cheese kind of melts, and it makes its own yummy cheesy sauce. And that's it. Super easy. So from start to finish, less than 20 minutes, probably closer to 15. And it's too hot for me to do that way. Okay. So, I don't know, don't touch your end. It's hot. So, there you go. Mac and cheese. And like I said, it'll thicken up by the time we actually sit down to eat it. So, if that's not a fantastic reason to use your Instant Pot, I don't know what is. Easy homemade mac and cheese, pretty healthy, in about 15 minutes. So that's it. Share this video. Let other people know so we can share the Instant Pot love. So I will come back at you later with some more. Talk to you later. Bye.